So it looks like the XFL has agreed to a new lease for the home of the Dallas Renegades. There was some speculation going on for a while that somehow the Dallas Renegades were not going to return or they were going to move to San Antonio or something like that. None of that was going to happen. They are always going to stay in Dallas. So it's been a while since we've heard any news from the XFL, but last week in a court filing from the Alpha bankruptcy case, the league has agreed to a new lease with the Rangers Baseball LLC to use Globe Life Park. Globe Life Park is the home of the Dallas Renegades. The previous lease is officially over November 30th. Earlier in the process, the league assumed the lease for storage use. Now, a source close to the situation clarified that this lease agreement simply allows the XFL to continue to use the space at Globe Life Park for the storage of equipment that has remained on site since the conclusion of the season because of the pandemic. That's what they're telling you, and they're saying, hey, this is why we're keeping it there. Clearly, you wouldn't keep your stuff somewhere that you weren't anticipating of playing at. Recently, all venue leases had been rejected, but the league has already begun talks with the cities, and this kind of becomes the first official one. The new lease is set to take effect December 1st, 2021. Clearly not this December, but next December. So they're basically continuing with the lease to the end of November 30th, 2022. The contract can be extended at the end of 2022 season for 2 more years to 2024. The XFL will pay about over $30,000 a month during the season for exclusive rights to both locker rooms, the playing surface, and the Capital One Club. Our man Josh Davis got all this info that you can see all the different lease agreements and what's going on, rentals, all this kind of stuff. Now, after April 30th, 2022, the lease will be reduced to $6,000 a month for the home of the clubhouse, locker room, etc. This is the first big action since the league was purchased. Other leases have been assumed prior to the announcement that the XFL would return in 2022, but have since been rejected. It would not be surprising if the venue agreements in the 8 other cities did not follow suit in the following weeks. So it seems like a 2022 version of the Renegades is set to take up residence in Dallas in a little over a year. So between now and then, a lot of business things can happen. Things can change, but Dallas Renegades fans have no worries. The Renegades are coming back to Dallas, and this is a good sign. It's not a 100% sign, but it's a good sign. Now the question is, are you going to get Landry Jones back, or are you going to even get Bob Stoops back to be your coach? That's something we'll have to see down the line.